in the semifinals and the finals. And in order to encourage creativity, the competitors may replace up to 2 dunks per round.
Here is the order of competition.
You can get 0 to 10 points. There are 5 judges, meaning that 50 would be perfect, of course. Maximum score 50 per dunk with the 5 judges. And the competitors are judged for style, athletic ability, and creativity. And here is the first competitor, Michael Jordan, who unfortunately couldn't be here last year because of injuries.
And he was talking, you may have seen him with Dominique Wilkins, who wished him good luck.
Oh, just like his commercials.
Well, he goes with a little cup job. I thought he might go with the one hand, and then he switched it back to 2 to throw it through with authority. We'll see how the judges come up with the scoring in this, and we'll watch the replay. Michael Jordan. Now watch the cup move right here, and the swing over, and then the 2-hand stuff as he passes by the basket.
Well, I think I'm going to throw my 2 bits in here. I give him a 10 on that one. I thought that was a beautiful dunk. When you look at it in super slow motion, you'll see I'm right, I think. All right, let's watch.
Our next competitor, from Portland, Drexler.
What do you think?
It looks pretty good, but I bet you'll only get about a 48.
Okay, we'll see. Clyde Drexler now from the Portland Trail Blazers. Clyde the Glide. Well, he got it too hard off the glass. Remember, these competitors are able to replace a dunk, so he'll get a chance to do it again without losing any points here.
Threw it through with authority. Now you see that's a little bit more on the high level of creativity, because throwing the ball up like that off the glass requires a great deal more timing. And here Clyde with a good throw, chases it down, it goes past the basket. As he's going way past it, reaches back and is able to throw it through.
You know, he's generally known for power dunks, not so much fancy dunks, but the old Phi Slamma Jamma really does a nice job here.
And there you see it again in the super slow-mo. 45 Clyde got on that one.
And Jordan got only a 41. We now have the scores up for you. Drexler with a 45.
Well, Johnny Dawkins missed his first attempt and just came back and threw one up without giving it a lot of thought, and I don't know if he'll score very high. I'm really surprised at only 41 on Michael's dunk.
Well, there went my dark horse pick here from the first round. Only 6'2", Johnny Dawkins, only weighs 165 pounds. That's one of the reasons he can score so well. Here comes a local favorite now, Terence Stansbury.
Now, Terence has choreographed his stuff, and he's going to come up with, I'll tell you what, on the second one. I'll see interesting to see what he comes up with on the first dunk, but he's thinking about doing the Statue of Liberty 360 on the first one. That's his patented move that he initiated 2 years ago in Indianapolis. This is the Statue of Liberty 360, I think. Oh, my! And the partisan crowd holding up 10. Oh, we see a couple of 9s snuck in there. And 1-8.
Dawkins only had a 37. Leader right now is Drexler with 45.
There you see the 360. Beautiful control for Stansbury, 49.
So Stansbury is our leader in the first round.
One of the NBA executives, Rick Welts, said that he was his dark horse pick. He thought Stansbury could win it. Well, he got off to a great start.
And here is the leading scorer of all rookies in the NBA this year, Ron Harper, great player for Cleveland. He changed his mind on that one. You know, Dominique Wilkins said it. He said in competition particularly, he says the dunk is not he says it is literally creative because you get airborne and then decide the kind of moves you make.
And here's Harper again on the move, throws it up under his arm. Goes up to the catch while he's in the air, and 2 hands over the head as he passes by the basket. A nice-looking move, 45 points.
So, Stansbury still leads with a 49. Drexler and Harper with 45. Jordan with a 41. Dawkins with only 37. Here's Tom Chambers.
Got his cards.
It's a pretty good-looking dunk, particularly when we see it in slow motion. Tom Chambers. He's on the All-Star team, too, by the way, a late addition to the All-Star team.
Now watch him again. He's going to do a little windmill action. Takes it to the right hand. He's got both hands on it. Now he goes, there's a little windmill back over to the left side. Throws it through with the left hand as he is underneath the basket and reaches back. Comes up with 41.
So 41 for Tom Chambers. The leading scorer right now is Stansbury with 49.
And Dominique Wilkins worked with his brother in the summertime, giving him some ideas for the dunks. He also worked with Ron Harper.
Pretty good dunk by Gerald Wilkins. I don't know how high that will score. Judges have been pretty tough today. No 50 so far. Highest to 49 for Stansbury.
And we'll see Wilkins now on his second attempt. And he was a little bit conservative after that first miss. Comes with a little 360 move, and it looked a little better on the replay than it did initially. He comes up with a 41 as well as one of my fellow Hall of Fame electees, Walt Frazier, looking on. Always dapper.
Wilkins with 41. This is Jerome Kersey, a late entry.
My dark horse. The fans liked it. Of course, I think the judges may have been influenced on Stansbury's part because it's a partisan crowd here with Stansbury playing for the Sonics. But I like Kersey. He's strong. He's got great jumping ability. He has some good creativities. He comes in from the baseline, the good leap over, throws it through with authority.
He's the favorite coming in here, but he's got to beat a 49 by Stansbury and a 48 by Kersey and two 45s by Drexler and Harper.
Michael, again, I don't think he's really put the choreography in that's necessary to get it. I don't think that's going to score high. He's not going to make it to the next round, Bob. Dominique's in front of us shaking his head saying, no good, no good. He didn't like it. And if Dominique didn't like it, it can't be all that good. 47 they give him on that one. That was nowhere near the first dunk that he had. An investigation on these judges, Bob.
And maybe it's Joe Piscopo who's causing the problem there. He's the we'll blame him because he's the non-former player. So Jordan gets a 47. That's on his second, and that's his best on this round.
Drexler, a little single reverse. Nothing really all that special about it.
Best scorer
I wish I could do it.
Stansbury.
I wish I could do it, but it's nothing special. As he comes in from the baseline, he's just going to jump underneath the basket, come back out, throw it through with the right hand. A little bit of a hitch move, but really nothing spectacular on that dunk. 47.
And that got the same as Michael Jordan. And here's Johnny Dawkins, who had only a 37 first time out.
Well, pretty nice to be 6'2" and get up and dunk it like that. But again, well, this is a little creative. He goes up, makes the move. A 180, two hands over the head on the front of the basket. Let's see what he comes up with.
And not unimpressive. He took the ball all the way down to his knees.
Got Terence Stansbury's number on that one, 44 points for Johnny Dawkins.
All right, and here's Stansbury. He had the best dunk in the first attempt in round one. Going to be hard to beat Terence Stansbury.
Well, you see, the thing about Terence is Terence is being creative. Okay, he's got the athletic ability, no doubt about that. 44-inch vertical leap, but he's creative. He does some unusual things. Here he goes, flips it up in the air, comes up, takes it down on the double clutch, and throws it back up. Didn't have a very strong dunk on that and got a 50. I don't think he deserved a 50, Bob. As you watch it in super slow-mo, he barely got the ball over the rim, caught the front of the rim with the ball. That did not deserve a 50.
Well, there you go. Whenever you're having judging, that's why they count points per baskets in the games. When you start judging athletic ability with judges, you get that kind of disagreement. I thought Michael Jordan's first dunk of the entire afternoon was superior to that one, and Jordan only got a 41. But Stansbury now has a 49 and 50 and is sure to advance into the round of four. Remember, 8 competitors here in the second round will get 4 advancing. That's Ron Harper's second dunk.
Well, grabbed onto the rim, threw it through. He didn't really know what he was going to do. He said that before the contest, and obviously that was the case when he went up there. I really think that the crowd is having a big influence on these judges because Stansbury's dunk, as creative as it was, it didn't have the authority going through the basket on the end to warrant a 50. Like that.
Jerome Kersey looks strong. Your dark horse pick, Rick Barry, is strong. He had a 48 first one. Let's see what he gets here. It could be right up there. He's competing with Stansbury for the leading score, but almost certainly is going to advance into the round of 4.
Now watch him on the super slow-mo. Now look at the creativity of Kersey. He gets it up, a little windmill action over to the left side. Left hand, look how high his head right up near the rim. Throws it through. A 44. I want to tell you something. These judges are not being very fair to a lot of these guys, in my opinion. I really think that deserved a 48 or a 49.
We'll come back and tell you who the 4 for the semifinal round will be right after this. Okay, the judges have totaled it now. After 2 dunks in round 1, the 8 competitors are reduced to 4. Terence Stansbury way out in front with 99 out of a possible 100. Drexler is second with 92, tied with Jerome Kersey, the late entry, in place of the injured Dominique Wilkins with 92. And Michael Jordan, the crowd favorite probably around the country watching on television, but not here in Seattle, as Stansbury is. Stansbury going to be tough to beat that one. This is the man that has finished third the last 2 years in a row. Oh, he's hand-slapping the fans and going back over to the bench. He put on a show after the dunk.
Again, Stansbury likes to toss the ball in the air, catch it again. Here he goes. The little flip up, the catch, the little pump down, and the 2 hands over the head with authority. That dunk got a 49. Now, that was better than his 50 dunk, Bob.
So,
Dominique yells back and says, that's a 50.
All right, here is Jerome Kersey. This is the Trailblazers forward who has replaced Dominique Wilkins with a sore back. As you said, Dominique got all excited here, wanted to be in, but I'm sure his team's happy he's not in. Not bad from Jerome Kersey. That should score high. Kersey scored in the first round with his 2 dunks, a 48 and a 44 for a 92.
This may be his best one. Look at the slam cam. It's mounted above the basket. Keep an eye. Kersey comes in. He comes off the glass. The big catch and reaches through with authority from behind. A 50 for Kersey.
So that's the second 50 of the day. 50. There was a 50 earlier in the second dunk in the first round of Stansbury.
Now, Michael Jordan told me he had something special. He may be trying to take off from the free throw line a la Julius Erving. Let's see what happens. He kind of measured it from there. He's going back. That very may well be it. The people are excited. They like this.
I can hear his engines revving now.
Here's Jordan ready to take off.
In Chicago.
Got to be a 50 by. He took off just a little inside that free throw line, one hand and double clutch it. Magic Johnson gives him a nice 5 underneath the basket as he got out of the way. Let's watch this one again. This deserves a second look. Michael taking off. The patented tongue comes out just in front of that line. Look at this. The double clutch, the reach out, and the stuff. He got 49. I don't believe it.
Unbelievable.
Here we go. Here's the slam camera, the slam jam camera, I like to call it. As you see that little double reach out, if that's not a 50, I don't know who didn't give him 10, but I want to see that, Judge.
I'll tell you something. The judges don't have the replay monitors that you and I have. It might be a recommendation for the judges for next year to be able to see this in slow motion. I don't care how much experience you have. It's impossible to tell how great some of these moves are until you see the slow motion replay. And that was a pretty good one, too. But he was a good foot in front of the free throw line when Clyde Drexler jammed that one. So let's see what the judges think of that in terms of points.
Clyde on the run, getting his momentum up. Looks like he had his steps a little messed up. Then he lengthens them out, gets a little bit too far out, glides through. Clyde the drop glide, that's why they call him that. But, of course, Jordan's had so much more flair, much more creativity as he double pumped with the ball and stretched out to put it in. So 46 there for Drexler, and Jordan, of course, coming up with 49 and deserving of 50. Well, it's coming down to the most important dunk of the competition for Stansbury. He's got to come up with something very good here because the other players have scored very high, and if he doesn't come up with a good score here, he could not make it to the finals, and he has been one of the more consistent and exciting players thus far.
Jordan and Kersey have a 50, a 49 for Stansbury first time.
That's nothing all that creative. He had to be a little bit cautious, and it may have cost him, Bob. It'll be interesting to see what Kersey comes up with. Of course, he has one more dunk after this.
There are 3 dunks in this one. This is Stansbury's second dunk in the semifinal round of 3.
Just goes up and takes it back up over his head. Now, that's something that a lot of players can do as you look at it from the slam camera. The slam cam showing you what he did to finish it off, and he gets a 45, and I think he was very fortunate to get a 45.
But in trouble. Terence Stansbury off to a great start, but now weakening a bit as we look at Jerome Kersey. Had a 50 on his first one. That one was very good also.
Larry Weinberg, one of the owners of the Portland Trailblazers, is very happy about that move by one of his players. We'll watch the replay again. He'll come up. Now look at the strength and the height that he gets. Comes up with a little spin move, brings it back over. You can't quite see it from that low angle, but his head was up very close to the rim. He does it with a lot of power and authority. 48. He's about as strong a dunker as you hope to see, and he rates right up there with Dominique in his ability to throw those kind of things through, and he does that type of stuff in competition.
Second dunk in the semifinal. Michael Jordan.
Now, Michael got some elevation that time. He had his head up there, and he did some creativity on that one, so Michael seems to be warming up.
Let's look at it in super slow motion. Michael Jordan had a 50 on his first dunk. This is his second.
The great elevation with the good, strong one hand. Again, the double clutch move. He ducks his head to get by the rim in the net, throws it back through as he did a little bit of a 180 spin on it as well, and he gets a 49 again. So 249 for Michael Jordan, and he's starting to come alive here in the second round. He had a 50 in the first one and a 49 in the second one.
And is leading right now. Kersey has a 50 and a 48.
They changed it to a 50 to 1? I thought he had 49.
It is 49. Check this. 49. 49. He has 2 49s.
Drexler now comes through and doesn't do anything all that creative on that particular move, although a lot of people would like to be able to throw it through like that. That was not anything special. As Spud Webb pointed out, you have to do something out of the ordinary. Well, watch Drexler again. Just comes in from the left side, goes up in the air, and just takes a little roll move and throws it through over the right side. Nothing special. And the slam cam shows you exactly how he finished it off.
So Drexler in danger of being eliminated. He has a 46, and that one was a 45.
Looks like
Stansbury.
Looks like Jordan right now and Kersey have the advantage.
Stansbury. Pretty strong.
Now you see he has a flair about him, Bob. That's that little toss in the air to take your hand off the ball to re-catch it again. Catches the eye of the judges. It makes you think about what he's doing. He does a nice move on this dunk as he comes up. We'll see it finish off. The ball up in the air. He catches it. Does a little clutch move, throws it through with 2, and comes up with a big 50. And he needed that one. And that puts the heat now on Kersey and Jordan to come up with some big dunks to move by Stansbury, who had that 45 on the second one. Looks like Kersey might be going for the long-range jump. Well, I tell you, he took a chance there, Bob. After the miss, he needed a good one, and to throw it off the glass, the timing had to be perfect, and he came through with a very strong, powerful dunk. As you can see, when he gets in close, he can throw it through very, very strongly. There's the toss, the catch, brings it over as he passes the basket to throw it through. Comes up with a 49. That's going to make it tough for Stansbury. Michael Jordan needs a good dunk here, and it'll be he and Stansbury in the finals.
Or it could be he and
Kersey.
Kersey.
I'm sorry,
Exactly.
he and Kersey.
Kersey in the 3 dunks here in the semis has a 50, a 48, and a 49, just to update you on where it is. Jordan has a 49 and a 49. Terence Stansbury, a 49, 45, and a 50. And Drexler probably in danger of being eliminated, 46. And
Oh, I love it. He went straight to the basket just like he was floating on air, turned sideways, gave a little move to the side, and floated sideways to throw it in.
Will they give Michael Jordan a 50? He
I don't
hasn't
know.
got one yet today. There it is.
There he goes. He goes in straight, goes up in the air. Now he's sideways. Look at the air. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion.
Look at his head above the rim.
They show, here he is again. The fans reacted to the replay on the screen here. Look at him hang and fly. Look at his head. That is Air Jordan at his best.
It looked like he was in an F-16 that time.
Dominique holding up his hands. The fingers won for Michael Jordan after that one.
The semifinalists are going to be Michael Jordan with 148 points in the semifinal round, and Jerome Kersey with 147 will dunk it off with 3 dunks in the final round. It'll give me a moment to remind you that this program is authorized under rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited. Now, we're still not sure who won the toss, but we do know that Kersey is first.
Very good, Bob. We're not going to fall into that trap again, are we?
Yeah, fool me once. Jerome Kersey.
A little pump and a little windmill action on this. We'll watch it in the super slow-mo. Kersey straight at the basket, using that great jumping ability and strength that he has. Goes up in the air, little windmill, takes it around and throws it through. Nothing extraordinary, I don't think, Bob. He comes up with only 46, so a great chance for Michael Jordan to really put the heat on Jerome Kersey if he can come through with another one of those airborne specials.
Well, Air Jordan, who used every bit of the O'Hare Field runway for his leaving from the free throw line 49 dunk, is going to start this time over on the right side. So Kersey with a 46 out of 50.
Hello.
How you going to keep him down on the ground after he scored a 50? I don't know. Michael Jordan should get a 49 or a 50 on that one, I would guess.
Well, he's going to go and make a little 180 move as he heads towards the basket. He'll turn and get his back to the basket. There's the spin move. Now he floats, he glides, and he throws it through a tower as he passes by. 48 for Michael Jordan. And once again, the judges being very tough on the competitors.
I think maybe the judges expect too much of Michael Jordan. Now, Clyde Drexler about to go here. We're going to stand by with Charlie Neal. Jerome Kersey.
A little bit more with the power. Now, what Jerome Kersey needs to get a little more creativity in his dunks to really try and help himself. But I'm nice to see my dark horse candidate here in the finals, though. We'll watch the super slow-mo replay as he comes up. Again, the little pump move and then the spin. But you can see how high he gets and the power that he throws the ball through with.
45. So Kersey, he got 3 dunks here, 46 and a 45. And Jordan on his first one had a 48. Real quickly before Jordan goes, Charlie Neal's with Spud Webb. Spud, what do you think about Jordan so far?
What do you think of what's happening so far, Spud, with Michael?
Well, he's took his dunking to another notch, and he's taking a more difficult dunk.
You like that one?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had the hands to do that.
All right, Bob.
So that was Michael Jordan's second one, and Rick Barry, let's take a look at it now in super slow-mo.
Well, here we go again. Michael Jordan going down the runway, getting ready for takeoff. Takes off right, you see, at the bottom of the circle, up in the air. Now to see the little move, the double clutch, back up as he floats by. Here he is from the slam jam camera and throwing it through. But look at the style that he has. 48 he gets again. The judges, real tough here in this final round.
Well, Kersey needs a 50. And even with a 50, it would put him in trouble. He has 91 points so far to 96 for Jordan.
Not going to do it, I'm afraid, Bob. And we'll see if Michael Jordan tries to come up with something special here, knowing full well that he doesn't need anything extraordinary. I don't know if he'll take a chance on this one as we watch this final dunk on the part of Jerome Kersey, who with late notice coming into the competition, replacing Dominique Wilkins, has done a nice job. And they give him a 49 on that one.
So he has 140 total after getting that. 140. Now, Dominique has 96. Michael Jordan has 96.
Well, that's almost a repeat of the one that he came in from the side, turning sideways on it, but he needed to make sure he made it. And Hakeem Olajuwon coming up with the score there for Michael Jordan.
All right, let's look at it in super slow-mo. It's almost impossible for Michael Jordan to lose. He gets a 50 on his third dunk.
There he goes on the takeoff. He goes sideways. Now the lean-in move. You see how he looks like Superman flying sideways through the air as he hooks it in from another angle. Watch the lean-in. Now he'll be almost parallel. We'll see the completion of it on the Slam Jam camera as you see how high he got up over the rim.
So Michael Jordan is our winner with 146 points. In the final round, he had a dunk of 48, 48, and 50. But Michael Jordan is a deserving champion today, Rick Barry.
Well, indeed he is. He said that he had the $12,500 dunks ready, and that's exactly what he came through with. Take another look at one of the dunks that led to his championship here in Seattle.